Hello, Bible readers. It's Friday, April 30th. We're reading from Jeremiah 33 to 36 and Hebrews chapter 11. 34 and 35, these chapters of Jeremiah, present two pictures of Judah in its last years. Neither are terribly flattering. One is a broken covenant where there's a proclamation of sabbatical release of slaves, like, ooh, they're still doing that, but then the proclamation is violated. Slaves are re-enslaved, and so that's picture number one. So not great. Number two is a picture of rigorous faithfulness by the Rechabites. Rechabites? It's probably Rechabites. You can practice that in your own bathroom. But it's a picture of rigorous faithfulness by the Rechabites who strictly adhere to their ancestor Joanelbas? Joanel? I can't read my own writing. Anyway, their ancestor, as compared to, and this is in the second picture from Jeremiah, their faithfulness gets compared to the disobedience of Judah to the commands of the Lord. So again, not great. Neither picture is a positive one. In chapter 36, this is set 4 years after chapter 26, 10 chapters ago. Then Jeremiah was at the beginning of Jehoiakim's reign. Jeremiah is again, here in chapter 36, 4 years later, he's again calling for repentance. Much like in 26, but in 36, Jehoiakim more clearly rejects Jeremiah. In chapter 26, it seems like Jehoiakim's just kind of like putting up with it, and now Jehoiakim is far more clear in how he's not great with this. Jeremiah's freedom and safety seem to be in danger. So, when we get to Hebrews, chapter 11 of Hebrews is a unique, very interesting chapter. If you ever want to have a conversation or really do a deep dive into the word pistis, a Greek word that we translate as faith, chapter 11 of Hebrews has an extended concept for what faith is and what it's connected to. Because chapter 11, all 40 verses are so obviously a unit unto them. It's a unit unto itself in form, in function, in theme. Like, you don't need to be a biblical academic scholar to see that chapter 11 has its own theme and function. And because a reader could go pretty seamlessly from the end of chapter 10 to the beginning of chapter 12, lots of Bible expert types wonder if chapter 11 existed separately from Hebrews before being inserted here. The key to this unit, the theme, is the connection, is faith, as I said. But we see that there's a connection between faith and hope. That's how chapter 11 starts. Faith cannot be severed from hope. We see that connection in the Noah story, and then Sarah and Abraham, and Joseph and Moses and Israel and prophets and martyrs. And so through Hebrews chapter 11, we see a biblical author's thumbnail sketch of who God is, of how God has worked, known through the highlights of the Bible. Now, these are one person's highlights. Wouldn't it be interesting if we would compile our own? What would your list include that wasn't included here? But beyond that, the main point of chapter 11 is that Christians become the recipients of this faith, known through Noah and Sarah and Abraham, Joseph, Moses, Israel, prophets, martyrs, now Christians. Faith has a long memory. Faith profits from the experiences of our forebears. We could do a whole month just on chapter 11 of Hebrews because there's so much rich stuff about faith that it draws on. I am one with my God. My God is with us, all of us, at all times and in all places.